As human beings, we have always had legends passed down to us, or we've entertained the ideas of folklore and myths, and then we went on to develop urban legends. These tap into modern cultural fears that we have, and they're told to us with confidence by people that we know in real life. But what's different, I think, about internet lore is we usually have an image attached to those ideas. We can remember the visual of the first time we got jump scared by a viral internet video or game. If I say salad fingers or don't hug me, I'm scared, most people that have been on the internet since the 2010s can visualize what I'm referring to and what that means. The algorithm was much different back then, and kids these days will never know the feeling of a late night attempt of trying to get on the weird side of YouTube, which could be terrifying or hilarious or somehow both. I was very into the era of internet mysteries, cursed YouTube videos, and creepypastas. So today I decided to go rewatch some of the most prominent videos in my memory and see what we can find out about them. I think this is the video that has haunted me most all of these years, and I'm not entirely sure why. Like I said, visually, we have a super powerful image. The color is striking. I'm personally not very affected by uncanny valley faces, but hers is an exception. Everything about it is just visceral, in my opinion. But upon Googling, it does come up as a film. I don't think that makes it any less terrifying, though. I remember when I first saw it at probably 14, 15 years old, thinking, what does it mean? What could this possibly mean? But now in my old age of 28 years old, it's almost scarier, but I have a lot of existential dread, so that could just be that. Also, that makeup team was incredible because the actor in real life just looks completely not that way at all. Like, not creepy in the slightest. The director says about the film, when looped, there is no actual beginning or end, and no real sense of where the beginning and end actually are. This piece was inspired by a personal paradoxical desire for empirical proof that there is nothing on the other side of life. I wanted to blur the distinction between the two states, and to state the paradox by showing someone who is coming back from life or death and denies its existence, thereby fulfilling the paradox. I think it's a masterpiece, but Donnie Darko is also my favorite film of all time, so what do I know? If you want me to talk about Donnie Darko, I will. I will talk about Donnie Darko at any given opportunity. I will make entire videos on the matter if anybody requests it. Thank you.
Nie tam, see, red.
I think it's how long her head is in the bowl, too. Ew, the talking in the background, I don't like that.
There is nothing.
I've passed out several times and had a few seizures in my day, and for some reason, the piano and the people, like, talking in the background is so, like, reminiscent of where I go and what my brain is doing when I'm having a seizure or when I've passed out. So that's freaky as fuck. I remember this video being so eerie to me when I first saw it, and now that I've gone back and rewatched it, I don't really feel anything except maybe like, that's artsy. There were so many theories about this until people realized that it was an artistic piece, that it was a piece of propaganda or a threat or a marketing stunt with subliminal messages to promote something. I don't even want to get into the Reddit threads from back then. They are exhausting. I think at this time too, it was the rise of plague doctor masks being used in media for creepy things. And combined with the symbolism and everything, I could see where it would attract the masses to create this big internet mystery. But with all the noise we see on the internet now, I just don't think it holds up the same that it did back then. Is that what he did? Oh yeah, everybody talks about the Xbox hand. That's funny. Okay, I'm just skipping through it. Oh, I did think that part was creepy. We got some IQ test panels down here. Oh my god, that sound is irritating. Honestly, it's the music that gives it its energy. That's what I learned in video production class. See? I can't find the original upload or the context of this video whatsoever. The only full length I can find is from the Unexplained Mysteries YouTube channel. When I tell you this video had a grip on me, and I still find it super creepy, I just wish I knew the context. From hearing the language in the video, I think we can overall confirm that it is from a country where the primary language is Arabic. A lot of people were claiming that it was Saudi Arabia. Some people were saying it was a prank on a new officer. Some were saying it was a real video from the police, and others were saying it was an art project. I don't know if this is true, but I did see a comment where somebody said the translation of the last thing the guy says is "oh my god," which is terrifying. If anybody can find an actual reliable source of where this came from, please share it with me. Regardless of its origin, what I find super creepy is just what is happening in the video, but also the urgency in the man's voice, which leads me to believe that it was likely a prank on this poor guy. But if this is an artistic piece, as an actor, I just have to compliment that man's acting. He genuinely sounds afraid for his life.
This video shows someone driving through a remote road. The car slows down to avoid hitting the strange humanoid in the road. Many have said this is a roadside spirit, while others have stated it's a witch. Take a look.
What I want to know is, where did this guy get the video? He doesn't even link it. No context on where these videos came from. Great. Okay.
دور 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 شايف غفلة غفلة غفلة.
I forgot how long this video is. But then again, I almost feel like if it was... Then again, I feel like it almost can't be from an authoritative group like the police or anything, because they would they not be not afraid if they had weapons? It almost sounds like he's kidnapped. It almost sounds like he's, like, tied up in the car. I just don't like the way that it walks. Ew, I have chills. What do you mean? That's just me coming into the kitchen in the middle of the night to get a snack. How fast is it moving? Like, it's so bad quality, I can't even... He's literally sobbing. It looks like that's moving, like, fairly quickly. Ew, I don't like the way it walks away. Why do they keep going towards it? I don't think it's CGI. I think that's actually a thing, a person. Dude, why is there not more context on this? Because, like, it's one thing when it's a video of somebody set up a camera in their house and some creepy thing is, like, peeking out from a closet or something. It's like, yeah, that can be debunked that they set it up and they did whatever. That is so weird. That would take so much effort if it were not just an artistic piece. Like, that has me flabbergasted, dude. That is still so scary. I was absolutely obsessed with Shaye Saint John. I think the most popular video that went on all of the YouTube channels that ranked scary videos was probably the hand thing, which I find hilarious because I don't think that video, that specific one, is scary at all. I actually think it's hilarious. I was known to quote that in high school, like, all the time. So Shaye Saint John was a character created by Eric Fournier. Shaye's backstory involves her being a successful model who became horribly disfigured after a very vague accident happened, leading to her using mannequin parts to replace her limbs and a mask to hide her face. This artistic endeavor began as early as 1998 on VHS tapes, and it still has a cult-like following to this day on the internet. Unfortunately, Eric Fournier passed away in 2010 before he could see the rise of that character that he created getting this big cult following. I would absolutely love to do a deep dive into the lore of Shaye Saint John if anybody is interested, but I did want to talk about one of the Shaye Saint John videos that has always scared me and still kind of freaks me out, and it's called Kitty Candy. I'm not gonna rewatch the whole thing because I do go back and rewatch it frequently, but basically what it is a bunch of artsy shots and editing while a narrator keeps repeating things like,
"What's wrong with Shaye's kitty?"
and Shaye is pouring Cheerios on the porch to feed the cat. I'll admit that it's not as scary now that I know all that I know about Shaye Saint John and everything, but still some of the shots from outside looking at the door and it, like, zooming in like that still honestly freak me out. It reminds me of a lot of reoccurring dreams that I have. Weirdly enough, it's very similar to how I feel about Dominic Fike's music video for Mama's Boy. The end of that music video is almost identical to a reoccurring nightmare that I have. I would also love to talk about music videos and symbolism in them and stuff like that because that is a big interest I have too. Let's watch the hand thing though.
Shaye, are you still doing that hand thing? I heard you're doing the hand thing today. God, what is that?
Catch me doing the hand thing all senior year because I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Hood. You've been doing this for 24/7. You've been doing the hand thing all day since you were. Jordan told me you had been doing it on a sleeping bag earlier.
I just love it. I just love it. Over the years, I have asked so many people about this video, and they have all looked at me like I was insane. Although I did for some reason think that it was Albert Einstein, so I was asking, you know that one claymation video with Albert Einstein and those kids and then Satan's there? But it honestly kind of sounds even weirder when you replace it with who it actually was, Mark Twain. First of all, I was so happy to find this again. Also, I was pleasantly surprised to find out that it was based off of Mark Twain's final unfinished work. It was supposed to be a novel, but he passed away before he could finish it, so it was published and re-edited as a novella. So that is on my to-read list. Basically, this is from a weird-ass 1985 claymation film called The Adventures of Mark Twain, in which Mark Twain is a accompanied by 3 of his characters, Tom Sawyer, Becky Thatcher, and Huckleberry Finn, who set off on a trip in a hot air balloon to find Halley's Comet, and on the way they run into many of Twain's literary creations. Those clips we see all over the internet are from a scene based on The Mysterious Stranger, as I said, his last published book, where a group of children meet a supernatural character named Satan, who reveals to them nihilistic views of morality, human hypocrisy, and the meaninglessness of existence. I remember seeing this clip so many times late at night on YouTube, wondering what the hell it was and where it came from. I think things out of context have played so much into early internet lore because information just wasn't quite as accessible as it is now. So it was just so much easier for people to run with theories or jump off of what other people had been saying.
The only earthly certainty is oblivion.
Welcome to the Mysterious Stranger.
Hello,
Who are you?
an angel.
What's your name?
Satan.
Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Only it's sure a sorry name for an angel.
Oh, I thought he was flipping them off. I won't play the whole thing because I am planning on watching the whole movie and reading the Mysterious Stranger book and doing a whole deep dive on it, which I'm very excited for. I know everyone's fears play on different things, but these were some things that freaked me out back in the day. Again, come to find out, I think it can all be linked back to my existential dread, which I think is even more terrifying now that I am older. Because, like, is there nothing? Who's to say? So that is it for today. Please let me know if you enjoyed the video. Let me know if there's videos that used to freak you out. I would love to watch them. This is similar to the kind of content that I like to consume, so if you guys like to watch it too, it is a win-win scenario because I would love to research things like this and do more videos like this. So again, please let me know if you like it. I'm planning on doing kind of a balance of these researched videos, advice videos, personal, like, day-to-day life kind of things, so that it's not the same thing back to back every single weekend. Until next time, where there is love, we will live on, and where there is not love, we must provide it. Goodbye.